Hey, folks, good morning and welcome to another episode of Steelers Morning Rush. I'm Alan Saunders. It is Tuesday, September 30th. The Pittsburgh Steelers are not practicing today, even though it is their bye week, and they normally would be practicing today. Mike Tomlin has given the team basically the entire week off. They will have some film study and some meetings and things like that, but there will be no work as the Steelers hit their bye week at 3-1, returning home from Ireland after an off day yesterday. So this will be a new experience for the team. I don't think ever under Mike Tomlin has he given the team the entire bye week off. But we'll see how things go. We'll be over at the South Side today to talk to some players and to some coaches as well. Today, I want to talk about the AFC North, which is upside down right now. The Pittsburgh Steelers entering their bye week clear and alone in first place at 3-1 as the Cincinnati Bengals losers on Monday Night Football fall at 2-2. The Ravens, the odds-on favorite before the season, and the Cleveland Browns, both at 1-3 in the basement of the North. Smitty and I have talked about this a good bit over the last couple of days, but I wanted to dedicate one here full segment here. Do we feel like through nearly a quarter of the season have the Pittsburgh Steelers put themselves in position to call themselves the favorites in the AFC North? Now, obviously, the people who do this for a living do not believe so. The Baltimore Ravens remain, even though they're 1-3, the favorites in the AFC North at -170, according to FanDuel Sportsbook this morning. Pittsburgh Steelers at +220, and then a deep drop down to the Bengals at +1100 and the Browns at +1700. I like some money on the Steelers here. I think +220 is some good value for them at this point. It seems like the Bengals and Browns are just totally out of the running. The Bengals have completely collapsed since the injury to Joe Burrow, which is interesting because I thought Jake Browning did pretty good the last time he replaced Burrow, but it has not gone well at all for Cincinnati. Big losers on Monday Night Football to the Denver Broncos. And the Browns, of course, are the Browns, and they have looked awful on offense, especially. Their defense looks pretty good, but despite a fluky win over the Green Bay Packers, they have been unable to do much and have already lost 2 games in the division, losing to both the Ravens and those third-place Bengals. I'm not saying I think the Steelers are the team I would pick to win it right now. I believe the Baltimore Ravens are the best team. They are very injured. If that persists, maybe this changes. But I'm not going to ignore the quality of the competition so far for those two teams. The Steelers are 3-1 with wins over the Vikings, the Patriots, and the Jets. The Ravens are 1-3 with losses to the Chiefs, the Lions, and the Bills. That's very different. And so I'm not going to flip my pick for the division until I see something more substantial, either over longer term or against different kinds of competition. If the Ravens start losing to bad teams, or if the Steelers start beating good teams, of course, they're not going to play any for a while. They've jumped into the AFC North here with a game against the Cleveland Browns coming out of the bye in week 6, and then they turn right back around to go play the Cincinnati Bengals on the road on Thursday Night Football in week 7. It's very possible the Steelers could start 5-1. They should be favored to win both of those games the way the Browns and the Bengals are playing right now, and with their own form, the best it's been coming off that win against the Vikings. Even at 5-1, though, I'm not sure I would call the Steelers real favorites until we see more out of them against quality competition or less out of Baltimore against average competition. I feel like that is the thing that 1-3, 3-1, but the difference in the teams those teams have played is significant. I'm really circling that week 8 game against the Green Bay Packers now. To me, even though that's not a division game, that'll be the first time we really get an opportunity to see if these Steelers are real. And if they win that one, or if between now and then Baltimore really takes a bad stumble, a loss against a bad team, I think at that point I might be willing to consider the Steelers AFC North favorites. And either way, at this point, I feel like they have a stranglehold on a playoff spot. I mean, the AFC, which looked top heavy, but not necessarily great coming into the season all the way down. Man, there are plenty of spots to be taken, as the Buffalo Bills are the only 4-0 team. And then you have the Chargers, the Steelers, the Colts, and the Jacksonville Jaguars at 3-1. Maybe the Chargers are real. Maybe they aren't. I feel pretty sure that the Colts and Jaguars aren't. The Steelers are right there in terms of the record at this juncture. They would be the number 3 seed in the AFC if the playoffs started today. Obviously, that's very early. But I think there is real reason for optimism with the division, combined with the Steelers' start and the injury to Burrow and the injuries to the Ravens. But we shall see. But I definitely think right now the chances of not every year will the Steelers be able to win the AFC North. There will be years where Lamar is just too much, where Burrow is just too much. Right now, that door is open. And if the Steelers want to win a playoff game, they've got to find a way to take advantage of it. All right, that's all I got for this morning. More after practice. Me and Smitty here, 6 o'clock on the afternoon drive. Stay tuned for that. Until next time, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. And